Oh hey! Oh my gosh, you made it! I'm so excited that you're here to celebrate the launch of Metamorphosis, our first, our first book. Okay, as you can see in the background, we've got our magazine collection, but this time we decided, let's mix it up a little. Let's mix it up, and so we did, we did, and this time, instead of a 20-page magazine, we went out there and published a 100-page little book. Perfect for the beach, perfect for your walks in the park when you want to take a sit, when you want to sit down for a minute, perfect for a solo picnic. Really great for that. So who can you expect to see in this book? And maybe there's someone you know. Well, there is someone you know. There's me, Tiana Dewick. Tiana Dewick's in this book. Ro Yi, eworm.club, Jake Fee, Ada Bierling, Bea Duahi, Shannon Kennedy, Khalil Stemler, Henry Holtgeertz, Kayla Esser, Rebecca Clark, and Adrian Pop. That's a pretty good lineup. So that's a good collection of writers, filmmakers, digital artists, and more, all coming together to make quite the diverse yet cohesive publication. I'll read the back for you. Metamorphosis is a collection of creative projects from various artists, presented by Volvox Vault, ruminating on transformation, growth, and change. Over the 3 phases from larva to pupa to butterfly, discover reflections, workshops, interviews, visual art, and more that may inspire a shift in your life. Thank you for your generous support and visit us at volvoxvault.com, which, brand spanking new website. We'll go over that later. And you're probably wondering, where might I be able to buy this book? Well, we print our publications through a service called Blurb, and you can find the link to that shop at volvoxvault.com/shop, and you can buy your very own Metamorphosis to bring with you around camping, to the beach, picnics, on your walks, just hanging out in your room, anywhere. That's the great thing about a book, you can bring it just about anywhere. So, but the pieces in here are thoughtful, heartful, soulful, just full of really passionate words that you're gonna want to read, and $30 is a steal. And if you were wondering if Metamorphosis was inspired by Hilary Duff's Metamorphosis album, you would be correct. It is. And we have even dedicated the book to Hilary Duff. So what does Hilary Duff say about her metamorphosis? I've been so wrapped up in my warm cocoon, but something's happening, things are changing soon. I'm pushing the edge, feeling it crack, and once I get out, there's no turning back. Yeah, once you read Metamorphosis, there's no turning back, seriously. Hilary Duff said it herself. Before I get into more of the specifics of Metamorphosis, let's check out the new website. Welcome to the new and improved volvoxvault.com. I'm really excited to share it with you. It was my first time building a website with Vue.js, and I think it turned out really great. The chat isn't working right now, but it should be working by the time you see this. I really wanted to make the homepage something that you could leave open on your second monitor, and especially with the chat, it'll be nice just to have that open, kind of like you're hanging out in a community space. And you should be able to open the chat in a new window, so that if you want a full screen experience for that, then you can. So let's explore these top tabs first. The About page, you can read about us here, of course. Archive, you can read all of our website pieces here and see projects. The bulletin, you'll see updates from the community. Check in here if you ever feel like collaborating or just discovering new projects. Colony, this is everyone who's ever contributed. I try to keep it as up to date as possible. Metamorphosis crew is not on here yet, but they will be. And we refer to it as the colony because Volvox, they live in colonies. So in case you weren't sure of that. Our support page, you can subscribe to our newspaper by clicking here. You can check out our shop by clicking here. Or you could subscribe to our Patreon by clicking here. And thank you to our first patron, Sean. And contribute. You can find all the information for what we look for in a submission right here. Oops. Here's the form you can fill out for pieces for Volvox Times. Everything you need to know about submitting a piece is here, and of course you can always just email us with an idea or a pitch if you're working on something. And we also like to cover events as well. If you ever have an event you want to share, email us if you want to maybe make a post out of it or a project. And let's just visit our shop so you can see Volvox Times newspaper. You can visit our Redbubble. You can click shop to go there. Metamorphosis coming soon, haha, but it's out now. You should be able to click shop now. Aggregate, can shop here, all of our issues, and the entire digital archive you can buy here for $25 Canadian. And that will be emailed to you. And we still have a couple of the Volvox leaf teas left that you can purchase. And you will see the Metamorphosis tote bag up here by the time this video goes out. Super sweet. So that's the tour. I'll let you discover the rest. Have fun, and thank you so much for visiting. So as you heard on the back cover, there are 3 phases in this book, or 3 parts. The first phase is Larva, which is a collection of origin stories. Now these phases, they weren't planned before, they just kind of came, and so I just kind of naturally put them together. There's around 5 pieces in each phase, and in the larva phase you can find pieces like The Spirituality of Algae by myself. Taking a closer look, an earthy smell and the warm sound of the rushing stream buzzed around my brain. I paused for a moment to admire this elder of life on Earth. Algae is believed to have been on this earth for over 1.2 billion years, around 5 times longer than the oldest dinosaur, who evolved 260 million years after the first land plant. I find that there is something inherently spiritual about ancient things. And Better Living Through Alchemy by Jake Fee, which is an actual alchemical workshop through the 12 zodiac signs, and it's really quite fantastic. While the stories of the cycles of the zodiac are quite old, at least as old as writing and agriculture, the modern 12 symbols are quite recent. Medieval, in fact. Our zodiac alphabet comes from the alchemists. The next phase is Pupa, which is a phase full of odes to transitional periods. You'll find pieces like Muddy Waters by Ada Bierling, which is a collage project. Muddy Waters is a collage series that explores the discomfort of going through transitional phases. In it, imagery of amorphous kombucha Scooby are foregrounded by hands reaching for tarot cards. And Existential State Machines by Khalil Stemler, which is the whole essay on changing habits and changing your life. Many of us have goals we'd love to see come to fruition, but for whatever reason it can be hard to stay on track. You know, you want to write a bestseller, get ribbed, and play sold-out shows, but when you realize you've been trying to write the same chapter for months, your abs don't look like a cheese grater yet, and Iggy Pop isn't playing your LP for his pet bird, you might feel like you want to throw in the towel. And the final stage is Butterfly, where you can find pieces like Floral Memory by Henry Holt Geertz, which is a photo collection of kind of forgotten posters around his neighborhood, and Bland Sushi by Rebecca Clark, which goes over her experience having COVID-19, losing your sense of taste and smell, and all the emotions that came with that. I've spent years fearing moments that never came true, and almost as much time wishing I could stop worrying. You'd think I would catch on and save myself some grief. but the recipe for cures and strength isn't neatly printed in cookbooks, and you can't look it up online either. You may have noticed that every time we release an issue, we also make some handmade merch to go along with it. So this time, we've got black tote bags to contrast to the beige tote bags we sold alongside Proximity. So, one side is a butterfly with some embroidered sparkles, and each one is a bit random since they are hand painted and embroidered. And the other side is Volvox Vault with some embroidered sparkles. And I will tell you to hand wash only. And there are 2 types of butterflies. It is just kind of random which one you get. Email me if you have a preference, and I'll get a certain kind of butterfly to you, but there are only a certain amount, so you may have to just get what's available. But both butterflies are very beautiful, and you'd be lucky to have either of them. So to learn more, you're gonna have to buy the book, and it would mean a lot to us, and your support really helps us keep going. Like, we don't have any grants going right now. You know, your support makes a huge difference in what we can continue to do, so thank you so much to anyone who decides to purchase Metamorphosis or anything else featured on our shop. And we also have a Patreon now, where you can go and subscribe monthly. And what's so special about our Patreon? Well, if you subscribe, you'll get access to 1 hour of creative conversation each month. I'm going to be speaking with various creative people just about their process and about their lives. It's kind of a mix of creative and everyday conversation. So tune into that by subscribing to our Patreon, and you'll get access to all of our digital archive and much more. Little secret things and updates. So subscribe to our Patreon. As well as that, don't forget to subscribe to Volvox Times, our newspaper. You can find that on our shop as well. It's a quarterly look into the independent artscape, and you just won't want to miss it, dude. And you will get access to that through Patreon as well. If you subscribe for $20 a month, you'll get the print issues. But if you just subscribe, then you'll get the digital issues. So go to volvoxvault.com/shop to purchase Metamorphosis, among other things. And thank you so much for your support. Like I said, it makes a world of a difference. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the website. The chat should be up by now, so let us know what you think there and how you're doing. It's just supposed to be an everyday chat, so just say whatever you want. Are you having a good day? Are you having a bad day? What's up? Let me know. Maybe in the chat, answer this question. Just answer, what are you doing today? I'd like to know what you're up to. It's nice to know everybody's different timelines, where everyone is at in life. Finally, I need to pull a tarot card. Not to foresee the future, but well, I guess this is foreseeing the future because heart is our next theme. We're exploring empathy and love and relationships and friendships and just caring for ourselves and each other in the next issue. So whatever that means to you, start thinking about it. More information coming soon. But yeah. And the reason I'm holding it upside down, and I actually pulled it upside down, which is good luck, is because the Three of Swords reversed represents forgiveness, recovery, clarity, and introspection. Whereas upright, it represents pain, grief, deception, and rejection. And your pieces can explore any of those as well. So that's the next issue, Heart. Very exciting. I hope to see you in our inbox. Oh, also, the Let's Hang Out project is open until the end of summer, so feel free to submit your room tour anytime before, late September. Honestly, a deadline for that project doesn't really matter. The deadline is just there. Anyway, Metamorphosis. Thank you so much. And enjoy.